So weather's turned moist on us again, surprisingly. So we're going to hide in the workshop and have a bit of a workshop day. So, first job we've got to do, sounds a minor thing, could develop into a major thing. So, as you can see, quite wet on this tedder, around this gearbox. But we're thinking it is possibly because the seal has gone on there. But in order to get that off there, we need to dismantle all of this lot here. So, just making a start on it now. So, basically what we're going to do, we're going to disconnect it here and take these three rotors out. So, ram off. I'm hoping we can, might have to disconnect the pipes. Then punch 2 roll pins out of here, pull these pins out, and then on that bolt there, and then we can take all that lot away as one unit. After that, we need to, I think, undo these 6 bolts here, unbolt that off the back of there, so we can take unbolt those 4 maybe bolts there, and then take that single one off to be able to just inspect the seal. So yeah, let's get on with it. So we've got a bit of progress. The pin is out of the ram. We've got a bit there for all the spare parts. Need to find the 1 roll pin decide to run away, so that needs attention. That pin was a bit of a swine to come out because there's a bit of a bird edge on there, so if he's reusing that, it's going to need addressing. That is the cover for over the top of this joint, so we've got that out of the way. Managed to get the ram pushed back a little bit, and just got some, not ideal, I need to invest in the plug kit, but we've just got something in all the end of the hydraulic fittings, because this, I think, is going to be stood a while before it gets built back up. So, just keep all the dust and all the nasty stuff out of the hydraulic system. So our next job, we've got that bolt there to undo. That should be simple. Roll pin either side of here. Nah, I'm hoping that's going to be okay. And then trying to remove those 2 little pins out from here, and they've got to be pushed out that way. That could be the fun bit. But it also would be handy if I had the loader tractor that's in use. Well, it's the worst that can happen. Right. Roll pins are out. I still got to get the pins out, but that didn't go well. I mean, my pin punch. Sorry, Mike. I owe you a pin punch, and even, I mean, that's what was it? 8mm. Oh, and there's a bit of heat. I could have done with a bit more heat, but it's what we had. So the reason there's such a pain, grab it. The one I managed to smash the. Yeah, that one come out in 2 bits. That's what it should look like, and that's what those in there look like. Basically, what you've got is a smaller one hammered down in to really push them apart. The only trouble is, the little one doesn't want to come out the middle, so I've had to just hammer the whole lot through. And I do mean, well, say that's what happened trying to get the little one out of the centre, and then that's what I've done trying to hammer the whole lot out. Oh, but they're out. Always goes to the back out of the way, doesn't it? Oh, there's the one I couldn't find. Oh. I can't get it. Oh. I don't know where that's appeared from. That's the other side that holds the ram on there. So, yeah, next job, them pins. And I have a nasty feeling they're going to fight me. Try turn them, see what they do. Will they turn free? Maybe I'll be in luck. Let's have a go. Will you sit there? Start with the little swader. Okay. That was a little bit tighter. Right, okay. Well, before we go any further, I'm going to try and sort this out so it doesn't all basically fall on me and pin me to the workshop floor. So, give us a sec, I'll be back in a minute. Give us a sec, I'll be back in a minute. Really? I worry about the crap I come out with sometimes. Right, hold up, we'll be back in a sec. Right, so, got it blocked on there. I think that'll be strong enough. I think it's going to come forwards, not back. Okay. I had this set up beautifully last time. There we go. Right, take all crap off here. All the crap I need. Can't probably get into a tidy up session. Nervous? Not in the slightest. That's in my way now. You can't even see what I've been doing anyway. So I'm going to have to take that off there now because that pin has reached there.
Right, okay. Okay. Much. Don't need a lot. It's got to come off here anyway. Take it off there as well. I'm going to have to take it off there as well. No. Stay. Good knot. Right. That's it. We need it off that one anyway, because that one's got to come off. And all this lot's come off. Right. See if I can put you where you can actually see what's going on. No, because it's not going to sit there, is it? If this phone does a weird somersaulty thing, you know it's all gone wrong. Okay. Why do I keep dropping crap? Oh! Right. Front pane. Can you sort of see what's going on there? Why? See, this all worked a minute ago. Surprisingly, if you're a regular follower of the channel, you'll know the irony of this. I'm not sure where my camera mounts are again. Well, I know where one is. One's in the case. Ooh, that's very tight. That wasn't very tight, now it is very tight. Right. Okay. Basically, what's happened, we've taken that back pin out, that back's dropped. Which is basically locking on this one. Now I can roam it out, that is not a problem. It's just it was a lot freer than that a minute ago. Right. Think. You see, I'm not sure what this is going to do now it's free to turn. I think we're going to do something at the back just to try and kick that angle back, so to hopefully make this free. So give us a minute. Right, so we've put a little jack there on the back there. That's kicked that back forwards now. It's not quite, but whereas before we were quite roaming on that, that's now as free as it was. So hopefully put this on a wider angle. Yeah, you'd be able to see a bit more. There we go. Right. Beautiful. So. that now is completely disconnected from everything there. Now we need to try and get it out the way without the loader tractor. He did say he was only going doing a couple of bales, so he might be back shortly. Try dropping this down, see what it does. I'm just thinking, if this does go nastily wrong, it's going to... Right, okay. We're learning. We look up there, that's not touching anymore. So this is back end heavy, not front end heavy. Why? Oh, position of the wheels. If you look, the wheels, which is your pivot point, are forwards of the beam. Hence the reason it's back end heavy. Right, okay. I might have a bit of a roam with this, see if I can do something with it. If not, it's going to have to be a loader tractor job. So, I've tried dropping the jack down and trying to tweak it. There's a bit of weight in this, to be fair. So, I know it looks wobbly as hell, but it's actually pretty stable there until we can get it, get a tractor on it and lift it up out the way. So that's back heavy, so we want those blocks, maybe, yeah, blocks with a few extra blocks, and we can bring it over here and sort of lean it back on some blocks and it'll be okay. So I can start stripping more out. What we've got to do, so yeah, we've got 6 bolts here to undo. I reckon let's have a play with the bar, see if it'll side shift it. You have to be careful of that. What goes on with that? But we're sort of... I'm not showing you anything, am I? Right, okay. So we managed to actually get that out of the way without removing hands or having to call somebody because it was pinned to workshop floor. Got the digi-drive unit off there. It's just a circlip and come out with the bearing, so that's all in one piece. Next job is, we've had a bit of a tidy up around here. These 6 bolts, which I think is what holds the frame to the gearbox, or do I take those 4 out first? Oh, it's got a... That bracket's going to have to come off that holds that ram as well. Right, so I think what we'll do, we'll take that bracket off the back and take the 2 bolts out the front so that this section isn't connected to the centre gearbox, and then we'll take these 6 bolts out of here, which is what connects that driveline assembly to the frame. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we've gone about as far as we can with this. We've establish the issue. So come down here. So the issue is that seal has given way. Not quite sure what's happened, but you see there, it's sort of divoted in, which is the reason for its failure. Which that's caused the oil to track up here. This is where it bolts onto the gearbox, tracked up here and dropped itself down onto this rotor. We've taken this apart just to check there's nothing untoward sort of within there, and we're quite confident that that's the issue with that. So can't go any further with this now until we get some more parts. So, but we have another little job to do. I think I only need this for the moment. Coming round to this now. This is bigger of the two edge cutters, PA6585T, and on this head, this is the 1.2 meter grass head. He also has 1.5 meter same belt drive, but 1.5 that's like the hedge cutter head. But this one has replaceable skids underneath it. You see that one? Oh, one on this side is kind of getting a bit tired. So, I'm going to take this off. I might take the other one off to use as a pattern and get them built up. Oh, they're 18s. So we've got it off. Typical mechanical fashion, you've got to take a bolt out you don't need to in order to get it out. So this is what it should be looking like. Well, this is the front of it, and this is what it should be like all the way down. Now this is the side, sort of when doing verge work, this is the side that will be touching the road, hence the reason it's gone the way it has. So if you look there, that's probably not far off new thickness, and then dropping down to that. So we're going to need a new bolt for there. I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet, obviously because it's basically like a plough bolt. Hang on. So these are the bolts that hold it on. This is one off the front, so you can see got like a countersunk with then a square shoulder, which is what sits in there. So basically these can be flushing into the metal piece. The square shoulder holds it in and you can clamp it down. That is the one off here, which, as you can see, that's got a considerable amount of wear to it, and the one that's supposed to be here is on the roadside somewhere. So I'm going to get this cleaned down now with a grinder and flat disc to get it nice and flat again, and then work out what to do with it. Right, so we've got it cleaned up now. Cleaned it all up with a flat disc, so we're not removing any more than the necessarily metal, but we get a nice clean surface to be able to start welding to. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. I've got that piece of there that would build me back nearly to the what's the name. Thinking possibly weld that in on a permanent fixture and then find a new one for that, try and build that hole back up a bit more. So that's what the hole's supposed to be looking like. That's what that one's looking like, and that's what's left of that one. So yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of sort of find a bit of scrap metal and a whole lot of welding. Right, so we've sort of got a plan. So that's not being welded to it, that is just used as a base so we can get stuff on it and we can get it clean, to get it all sort of stitched together. that will just come off. So that is an old piece of tine, so it's like a spring steel, so it should have quite a good abrasion resistance. So we're going to tap that into there, get that sort of started, and then we have this piece here which should drop into there. It's just mild steel, but just get it all sort of started to build up, get that sort of all welded in and sort of some of the gaps filled. We'll stick that in with what you call your standard sort of farm welding rods, 3.2 60-13 rods, and then when we start actually building up and get it finished off, I'm going to switch up to 70-18, are they? 70-13s? Oh, that's 60-13. Where are we sent? Are them in? Yes. 70-18 rods. They're like a harder rod, so should do better on like abrasion resistance, but they're not. They're a structural welding rod rather than a hard facing rod like you use, say, like on a bucket edge to try and make the bucket edge last longer. So I'll start getting stuff sort of stitched in and get it looking something like, and then show you how we're getting on. So that's the 60-13 work done. As you can see, we've got the bar welded in there. This is obviously the back edge that connects to the machine, and then got that welded in there now, so that's got it all stuck to the plate. So now we'll just quietly go on with a load of 70-18s and just build up where it needs building up, and hopefully it won't look too hideous when it's done. So that's it, kind of done. We've got that nearly built up back to its original height. Need to grind just a bit of a corner. I don't want to grind too much off of this because this will protect that bolt, but until it wears, it's going to leave a mark on any tarmac if you're doing any roadside trimming. Back edge of it just needs a bit of a what's name. We've welded the bolt in there just because it's going to be the easiest solution. As you can see, that is the tine there. That is all properly stitched in. So needs to cool, needs to have a bit of a grind session, then we can get that back on. So that's it, back on. So yeah, if we were going full hog, I would have taken a measurement off the width there and brought that out, but to start messing around to get it to that extent, the amount of time that we put in it, well, yeah. But yeah, it should protect it now, and using the methods we using the time there and 70-18 rods underneath, it should last a little bit longer, hopefully. Oh. So yeah, we still aren't when I brought it out. Gonna call this done for the video. Yeah, not done a workshop one in bits, so thought we'd have a go. Hopefully the next one is finishing off the maize for 2023 season. I know, yeah, again, I haven't really videoed much maize this year, but it's been interesting. Very glad to see that we are nearly at the end of it. So don't forget to give the video a grubby thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. If you feel free to share it on your social media if you would like to. Shop if you'd like any merchandise will be in the description. And yeah, it's been head scratching sort of day. There's something else. Yeah, if you want to drop a comment, say hello, eat to the other people commenting on there, feel free. That's it, we are done for the video. Don't think we've got hopefully too much longer to do for the day. So as always, stay safe, stay well, don't forget to look after yourselves and look after each other, and we'll see you in the next one. And hopefully we'll try and get back to this one a week sort of thing.